Hi, I'm Raquel, and this is La Librarian Plans. Today, I'm going to be setting up my monthly in my Catchall planner. Let's get started. So I chose the Posh Fall by Love Posh. It's a very beautiful book, and it has a lot of different formats of florals. So for the month of November, because the month starts all the way on a Friday, I thought a floral that was long would be a helpful one, and there is one in the set that I like. So we're gonna do that, and as you can see, I have a lot of stuff going on the month of November. So I'm going to go ahead and start moving these stickers out of the way and putting them on the sides so that I remember, where I need to put something to indicate something is happening. And this is the 21st. I didn't write the date. I started working with an undated planner thinking it was this one. And then I realized, oh no, I picked the wrong planner. So I'm going to put these in somewhat of an order. To be fair, part of the reason why it's a busy month is because I have a lot of PTO that I need to take. Um, so I ended up um, taking, in addition to what I had already planned well in advance, taking some additional days in order to kill my PT balance. All right, so now that we have what we need, we're going to go ahead and take out these pages from this binder, and this is my transitional binder. So this is all the month of November and all of my planners because we're still in October, so I'm still planning in the other one, but I need to have these handy so I can set them up and so forth. So let's go ahead and try to do that, and let's take a peek, see, make sure we're still within frame, and we're not, so we're gonna frame that up a little bit. So there we go. This is the most important thing, what needs to be on frame. So what I want to start doing is to decide where I'm going to put boxes, where I'm going to put washi and so forth. So I think I'm going to show you the set that I'm going to use so that you have some context here. And it is this beautiful set at the beginning. And in fact, it's falling apart. So I'm going to just take out the page that I need. Makes my life a lot easier. This book does not have boxes or anything like that. So I've brought in some boxes from Mojo Jojo Plans. I have them on the side to use them as needed. So let me start first by, I think I'm going to white out those lines. And while those lines dry, I will start setting up some of the PTO in the bottom of this thing. So let's do that, or travel time, because there's also travel involved. So let's do that. And I hope you're having a great day. I am setting this up about a week in advance. So this is October 26th, I think is today. And I'm just recording some videos this morning, and then this afternoon it's time for some football. So I'll be watching football, and actually while I'm watching, also writing out my plans for the week. I did my meal planning yesterday, so that's good. Gonna work on my work plan because I'm out of the office tomorrow. Usually I would spend like 15 minutes on Monday morning, get in a little bit early and just plan out my week, but that's not going to happen this week. So I got to get that done since I'm out of the office tomorrow. All right. And I want to just get a sense, and oh, wow, it's going to be a tiny bit short. So I will have to supplement with some of these flowers down here, but want to let that sit for a moment. And while that sits and dries, I'm going to start by putting down some washi. I want to make sure the washi actually kind of coordinates before I start going crazy with the colorful washi here. And this pink does coordinate. So the first thing I want to mark is this weekend, which is CPC. And I'm so excited. I've been looking forward to CPC all year. It is my one planned trip for this year. I had another trip in the month of August that was unplanned. It was nice. I got to see my mom, but it was kind of a bit of an emergency of travel. But this is my big one for this year. Um, and so I'm very, very excited to go see planner friends and people that I watch and follow online and that sort of thing. So it's very, very fun. And to learn a little bit and just relax and, let the creativity get reignited, so to speak. So I'm delighted that this is happening this weekend. I'm actually going only on Friday. Last year I actually went on Thursday, which was great, and I had the wonderful opportunity of seeing the Art Institute, which I've been to Chicago many times, but I had never had the time to go and explore, and I had the best time. I was there for a couple of hours. I mostly spent it on one wing. I did walk most of the museum, but in terms of actually like contemplating art, it was the Impressionist wing because I've always loved Impressionism. And so that was a great experience. And this year, I would have liked to have gone early to do some more exploring. There's a great zoo there and so forth. But I waited until the last minute to make my plane reservations. And what that resulted in was my getting a very expensive ticket. And I just didn't want to compound that with, I couldn't get a decent ticket for Thursday night and compounded that with a hotel room. I just said, no, we're gonna be responsible people here and just not. So, but I'm arriving super, super early on Friday. So I'm going to do a little bit of not sightseeing so much as going to a particular store that has opened there since the last time I was there. And that's the Harry Potter store. I'm a huge fan. So I'm going to go and check that out. And then I'm going to do, that's going to happens to be Fountain Pen Day, the day we arrive. So, or that I arrive. So I'm going to go check out also um, Atlas Stationers, which is a great store in Chicago for pens, fountain pens, and mostly I think I might get a fountain pen, but mostly I'm looking for non-shimmer inks because I've noticed my collection is very shimmery, and they are great until you put them in the wrong pen, and that's the end of your pen, or rather, you're gonna be cleaning your pen for a while. All right, so I am off the entire Thanksgiving week, and I should have marked this as well. Now that I think about it, even though it's not CPC, but I am off those 2 days. Like I told you, a lot of PTO this month. Do I want to use this to mark it differently? I think I do. So it lines up, but it's not the same pattern. So hopefully in my brain it will look different. I might use a marker and mark it off later on. But do I have a pair of scissors anywhere? I thought I had a pair of scissors. Oh, I see it. All right. So I'm going to use a different kind of washi. And if I hate it, I will change it. So that's the beautiful thing about washi. Very easy to change. So I'm gonna do that. And I'm taking those 2 days. Well, I have one day off. Taking off, and one day is the memorial. Oh my God. Veterans Day. Different one, people. All right. And by people I mean me. All right. So that's good. I think that sort of indicates that there's two different things going on there. All right. So we've done that. So now my top thing should be dry. So bear with me because I am gonna flip this upside down like so that I have a little bit better command of that long sticker. And let's see, I'll try to separate it from the page. I'm doing that off camera because I can't really see it very well if it's too far. And what I'm realizing is since it has to hang down, I need to take, so I'm trying to start it on the far end. So this is the top actually. So this is where I want to start it so that it goes, so the leaves that are falling down are pointing in towards the top of the screen. But you see at the top of the screen now. There we go. Getting this started, kind of fun. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend this a little bit, the paper, and then start applying it and peel it over until I get to the end. And then I'm going to get my craft knife. I'm going to cut the end there. See, I'm already putting it crooked, which is why I didn't want to didn't want to peel the whole sticker off the page, but I do need to peel more. So, oh, very awkward, but hopefully it pays off and resulting in a better application. We'll see if that's true or not in a moment. Okay, that's applying nicely. And I think I did this many times this morning, covering some dividers up. So I should have a lot of practice for today. Okay. And I think that's pretty darn good. I'm going to stop it there. And then I'm going to reach for that knife if I can find it. Bear in mind, I'm doing this one-handed and something and I can't look at it. So let's see if I can find the tool that I need, which has been on my desk all morning, but for some reason now that I actually need it, it is not cooperating. Ah, fun, fun. Fun and joy, joy and fun. Oh, I see it. Ah, okay. There he is. And we're going to use, I'm actually going to eyeball this and hope for the best. I'm hoping that I just cut a straight line where it needs to be. And I did. Look at that. Magic. Luck. Not magic, just luck. All right, now I can peel the rest of the sticker off the page. And nope, it's actually big enough. I was wrong, wrong, wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here like so. This is why you go do the thing, and then if it doesn't work, then you can fix the thing. But if I had just said, oh no, it's not gonna work, then that would have been the end of that, and I would have never known that it would have worked. All right, this time, however, I am gonna use a ruler because I'm at the end of the thing, and I want to make sure I get that quite right. Maybe a little bit easier, maybe not. Nope, that's not even a straight line, and I know it. Trying to also not cut the paper, which is the other challenging fun part. Okay, that's where you see where I had the small issue. Okay, and I still have a tiny bit there. I'm just going to cut off a little bit. Freehand, so to speak. All right. Can't even pick up that piece. Sometimes my nails do a much better job at doing some of these things than tweezers, but I don't think I picked it up, but it's less visible, so I'm going to pretend. All right, so now that we have our floral, we'll add some more flowers near the end, but I wanted to get, that basic look up there. All right, we are good there. So now I'm going to grab some boxes and we're going to start applying boxes. So I picked up monthly jewel tone boxes and monthly boxes to see if these would have the colors. And I think the jewel tone book has the pink and then the orange. The orange in this book is very dark. I'm going to show it to you if I can find it. That's not it because that's not orange. Oh, and that's a sticker that's coming off. Where's the orange in this book? I know that's orange in this book. No, there isn't. I thought there was orange in this book, but I am mistaken. The pink actually works, but the only place I really wanted pink was here. So I think I have, let me see. I'm going to find the pink in here. Oh, perfect. Here we go. So this pink, and I'm just wanted to put a box, maybe a smaller box because that box is too big. All right. If I didn't have the washi, it would be fine. But I'm going to put this small box here, and then I'll write CPC on it. And that will be that. I know what it is, but somehow I still want to say CPC. All right. And then let's see. I'm going to need some orange. So I'm going to use orange and pink throughout pretty much. So in this book, there's definitely a good orange. Let's see where the orange is found. There we go. The good orange. And what I need, I don't see any of. That's problematic. I need these, but in orange. Not in pale orange. Huh. Okay. Well, we may have to. Oh, wait. That's right. There were things in the back last time. So let's see if there's some in the back. Yes. All right. Good. All right. So here's the orange. So we need an orange here for the first. I'm using small ones because I really don't need the big ones here. These are a little bit bigger. I don't know why, but the monthlies in the Kelva Planner are a tiny bit smaller than the Happy Planner monthlies. The ones from Mojo Jojo definitely meant to fit in the Happy Planner monthly. So there. Where else do I need? I need a pink, and I'm just alternated orange, pink, and so forth. So I need a pink. I'm going to put this one up here, and I'm going to put the other one on the bottom. and grab the pink on the 5th. Oh, yikes. All right, so a pink on the 5th. And that's okay. They're a little bit big. That's not a big deal. All right, then on the 16th, 10th and 11th, I already marked. The 16th, I want orange. Actually, on the 16th, I want a bigger box because I have two different things going on. So I'm going to find one of the boxes at the beginning of this book. I should probably find my Kelva Plan monthly boxes. In fact, I'm going to do that because the more I look at it, the more it's driving me nuts that the boxes are too big. So bear with me for about a sec, and I'm going to find all the monthly ones that I have. And then I think there's a monthly basics book too. So I'm going to grab that as well. Monthly basics. Okay. Between one of those, I picked every single monthly book that I had by Kelva Plan and then monthly basics. And hopefully I will find the colors I need. I'm pretty sure pink and orange are included here. So I will find the pink. There's two pinks. And yes, there's the right pink right there. So let's do this right instead of um, seeing them and thinking, oh, it could be better. So let's get that one out. And we're going to use the pink from Kelva Plan. There we go. Oh, wow. It's almost a better match, too. See, it fits perfectly. All right. Well, that was a silly move on my part, trying to use the wrong boxes here. They're great boxes. They're much better for the Happy Planner. All right. And then another pink there. That's what I said. Okay. We need an orange one on the top, which I'm going to grab momentarily. And I will reuse these, so it will be fine. I'm putting them in a sticker album, and they'll be used some other time. I don't like to waste around here. Okay, so pink, 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 orange, pink. So we need a pink box on that day because there's two different things. Or I could use a checked box or something like that. But wait a minute, not pink. Oh, that is a problem. I just realized. Okay. See, this is what happens when you're sort of going happy-go-lucky and all that. If I want to be able to do pink, orange, I can't have pink here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off. And um, hmm, I'm thinking. Nope, I'm going to take it off. That's fine. I'm going to use the similar tape because I do like the lines. So I'm going to use the orange tape. And that's the way we're going to make it work. Again, it helps if you pre-plan. I don't pre-plan my spreads. I find that it helps keep me nimble when I have to fix mistakes on the go. So I don't want that all the way down. I want it there. So I'm going to put this here like so. And so, yeah, so we fix mistakes instead of avoid mistakes. I could avoid mistakes. I can do it. I feel more constrained when I have a very strict plan. I like to be able to be flexible when I'm doing these things. So I have plenty of things that are restrictive enough. So there we go. So now pink goes there as I had intended. We have a couple of things happening that day. Okay. Then on the 21st, we need pink again. Pink again on the 21st, and on the 20th, I think I'm going to put another box. Yep, pink, small pink. Box pink, even though it's not really a box worthy kind of thing. You know what? Maybe I'll put a dot instead, and I'll write on the box next to it. I think that's what I want to do. This book also has, by the way, washi strips. I want to show them to you momentarily. So there we go. That's a little bit of variation. So see, it has washi strips, which is great. All right, so on the 5th, we're all set. On the 1st, we need a box, an orange box. So we're going to go to this book one more time and look for orange and hope there's orange. See red, orange, yay, perfect. A little bit dark, but it'll do. And for orange on the 1st, this one here like so. A little bit darker than our washi, but that's okay. Okay, orange. I don't think there's a separate orange. Nope, we go from orange to then to green. So, okay, so the 1st is done, the 5th is done, the 7th through the 9th is done. That's bugging me that that doesn't end. So maybe I'll put another box there. Maybe I'll put the another orange box, and it'll just have to be pink and orange. That's all there is to it. So red, red, orange, orange, orange. You're glad I didn't say tomato. It is tomato orange, really. It's not the right orange, but it'll do. So there, I could have done all the boxes in pink, to be honest with you, but I don't know. I like color. So, all right. So there we go. 7th, 10th, 11th, the 16th. I'm just picking up the little sticky notes so that I know I've put things down. I need an orange box on the 14th. I have a work event. Every Friday is pretty much a busy Friday, it looks like. Not quite, but all right. Then 14th, 20th, 21st. And I'll write on this later. I'm not going to torture you with my writing. On the 19th, we need a box. I'm going to look for a pink box. This is a nice book. I should use it to date this thing. So pink, I don't want one of those boxes. And notice there's 2 shades of pink. So I think I'm going to use the small box. This one here. And once I finish putting dates down, then I can finish decorating this. Okay, the 19th, the 20th, the 21st. And I need a dot on the 26th to remind me of something I need to do that day. Okay, so here we are in the dots. There's a lot of good stickers in here. Okay. And then I think that's it for functionality. So now that we've been functional, we can use some more of these beautiful stickers to decorate this. And I don't use the sidebar on this planner, so I think what I'd like to do is to try to use as many of these as possible on the sidebar. So let's see. I'm going to peel the backing off this to make it easier to grab the rest of the stickers. Oops, I'm going to try anyway. All right. There we go. It's cooperating. It's a good thing. Okay, very good. Most of it came off, which is good. All right, let's crunch that up. Let's put this very, very bright for November, but I like it. All right, all these extra stickers that did not get used. Let me think about this. I think the boots are going to go on the bottom here, and I may have to white out that line because the umbrella is definitely going to hit up on that end. Yeah, I'm going to white out. See how much I have to white out. If I move it here, I only have to white out this line. So let's do that. I'm trying to think if I want to quote or not. I'm getting tired of looking at blank sidebars, so more decoration of them coming up than usual so that they can be occupied. I think that works there. Lose a little bit of the sticker, but not a lot. Okay, so let me undo that or rather untape that. There we go. Then what else? I think I would like to use this one, which already has a cut on the side. Okay, I'm gonna move the page for a sec. This one, I cannot see that at all. Okay, let's see. Let's try that way. And I'm gonna put it as high as possible, like so. Then I would love to use these, cut them and put them as a wreath, but now it doesn't really work because of how I've set this up. But could I do, am I going to cut a sticker, sacrifice a sticker to try to do something, or do I want to just leave it alone? I think I may just leave it alone. All right, I'm going to cut this sticker in half once I clean my scissors. And this one right here, like so. And then I'll use it along the side of the page again. Let's grab, and now I'm realizing I should have not put that one down, because then I'll put both sides of this one next to each other, but that's okay. It'll be fine. It'll do. Okay, like so. Then, trying to think if that's really what I want to do. Or would I rather, I think I would rather do something else, which is I'm going to cut this one also in half. And I'm going to grab half of it. I'm going to use it here. It's going to overlap a little bit, but that's okay. Then, oops, I'm going to take this page, I'm going to turn it around like this. And then I have two halves that I haven't used, so I'm going to go ahead and use those on the opposite side of the box, like so. I could have put a quote, but I don't feel like going looking for a quote, so I like the idea of using these instead and filling up the box with flowers that way. Okay. Sometimes I just want flowers. That's all. That is all. Okay. I kind of like that. Just full of flowers. And there's room there for flowers. And I have this one right here that's kind of small. So I'm going to cut that one as well. And grab the side that's a little bit bigger, a little bit wider anyway. I'm going to use that one here. And this, I think I can eyeball from this angle. Yep. Okay. So that kind of filled up the box, which is great, which is what I wanted to do. And now let's see, what else can I use here? I have so many flowers left, or so many things left. I use the other half of that last one that I cut. Where do I want to put that? I really want to put it there, kind of the bottom corner kind of thing. Although it kind of would work here too. So maybe I'll put it here. Sort of continuing that floral pattern from the boots. And then I'm not going to use another boot, but I will use a pumpkin, because I like pumpkins. Maybe I'll put this one here. A subtle nod to Thanksgiving. As much as I like the word stickers for the holidays, I almost always forget to use them. Could have used it there, but forgot to use it. How about this one here? Could be kind of nice. Let's see if it work here. Kind of, if I could get it straight, that is. And yes, it goes over the number a little bit, but I don't mind. All right, and then we have a little sprig here. Use that one here. Celebrating a little bit of extra time off. And maybe the other sprig goes over here. Oh yeah, I like that. And then I can write in between those two. Say day off or time off or something like that. All right, let's take a peek see and see where we are. I think we're in pretty good shape now. I want to say that this monthly boxes book had words for holidays. No, that's not the right one. Wrong person. Right person. Okay. It does. It does. Does it have Thanksgiving in black? Because it has it in orange, which is beautiful, but I want to keep the pumpkin. Yes, it does. Haha. Let's see what happens if I put it on top. It's not clear, so it's gonna look kind of dumb, but well, made a little bit less dumb if I just trim it like so. And trimming it on the other side. You can't see it because I'm off camera, but I can just do this. And I don't feel mad about it. I think it works. Works for me anyway. I don't know if it works for you, but it definitely works for me. All right, friends, that's it. That is my Catchall planner spread for the month of November. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.